Hey guys, thanks for joining us again. So today I'm going to be interviewing my co-host Velia. And today our topic is actually on winterproofing your hair.
Welcome to the Beauty Lab podcast, your drive time resource for all things beauty, health, and wellness. We're your hosts and favorite beauty nerds, Monina and Velia.
Join us as we debunk myths, explore the latest trends, and dive deep into the science behind your favorite products. We'll interview industry experts and answer your burning beauty questions in 30 minutes or less. Okay, Velia, I have some questions for you.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so I tell a lot of my clients how to winterize their skin, like what ingredients to use, how to protect their skin from the dry elements, things like that. But can you talk to us a little bit about how we can winterproof our hair during this time of the year?
Yes. So the first thing and the most important thing to think about when you're winterproofing your hair is that the cold weather is going to just suck all of our moisture out. So we want to do everything we can to keep as much moisture in our hair as possible. I love taking hot showers.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, like I do it like probably twice a day, and I am definitely guilty of using water that's way too hot on my skin.
Right.
Luckily, like your scalp is normally a lot more sensitive.
Yeah.
I turn the temperature down when I'm like washing my hair.
Okay.
And I recommend, number one, don't use scalding hot water on your hair or your body, but who am I to judge? The scalding hot water is definitely, what happens is it opens up the cuticle layer. The cuticle layer of your hair is the layer that you can see. So it opens up the cuticle layer, and anytime you open up the cuticle layer of your hair, you're causing some form of damage. And of course, if you're not using chemicals, it's less damage, but water, actually just using water at all on your hair and opening will open up the cuticle layer. And then when you use hot water, it's like open.
Right.
And then all of the moisture is escaping.
It's like you're making your scalp vulnerable.
Exactly. And your scalp too, exactly. Right. Your scalp will be affected. Your scalp can probably be a little itchy, just one from it being cold and losing hydration from that, but then also the hot water will, just like when you're out of the shower and then you have to put on the moisturizer on your skin and stuff.
Exactly.
The second thing I would say is if you don't already, start deep conditioning your hair using like a conditioning mask. At least once a week. If you're already using it once a week, maybe go to twice a week.
So does it matter like what your hair type is, how often you're masking?
Yes. So it's less how often you're masking and more about what kind of mask you're using.
Okay.
So like let's say you have really coarse hair. So coarse hair meaning like really strong, like your hair is very strong.
Okay.
That hair can tolerate more. It can tolerate more of everything, actually.
Okay.
But but it also feels more dry. So that's your hair type is the kind of hair that I would recommend using like a really rich mask for.
Okay.
But if you have hair like more like mine's a little bit more fine. I have thick hair, but each individual strand is more fine. It can get weighed down very easily. So find a conditioning mask that's good for finer hair.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
The third thing is after the shower, and I know you touched on this in the last episode about skincare and toners and balancing pH and then moisturizers and how moisturizers lock in the moisture in your skin. Same thing with a leave-in conditioner. So the third thing that I would recommend would be using a leave-in conditioner every time you take a shower. Yes, you have to use a conditioner in the shower to balance the pH of your hair after shampooing it.
Okay.
But then after the shower, you have to use a leave-in conditioner to lock in the moisture that you just added from the conditioner that you used in the shower. So leave-in conditioners will coat the hair and they'll do all kinds of really great things.
Okay.
But one of their biggest functions is to lock in the moisture.
Okay, you have to condition the hair that you rinse out.
Correct.
But then the leave-in is like the moisturizer in your daily routine for your skincare. It's locking in.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
And they're both extremely important, and everybody should be using both.
Wow. I mean, I obviously condition my hair, but I never even thought about locking in the moisture
With a leave-in?
With a leave-in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel like a failure.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, I'm just,
No,
what is it all for?
But see, this is what's so good about this show. Like, we both know so much about our own industry, but it's so great to be able to learn from you so that I can then start incorporating and doing all the right things. See, I already learned something.
Busted.
Yeah, comment if you learned something.
A couple more things you can do to winterproof your hair. Use a serum on the ends, like a shine serum on the ends daily, because after, leave-in conditioner will be in your hair, but after a day or so, you're out in the elements, and who knows what you're doing all day with the sun and everything else. Using a serum will also help lock in the moisture on a daily basis. The serum is not on your scalp. It is mostly on the very ends, but you can put it on the lengths of your hair. Just read the room when it comes to your hair. If your hair is already feeling like it doesn't really need a whole lot of extra moisture, then don't add any more serum to the mids. We call it, this is the mids, and then the ends.
So do we add the leave-in conditioner through the whole shaft, or is it just the ends?
Yes, and leave-in conditioner is only on wet hair. It's not on dry hair. So leave-in conditioner is like the day you wash.
Got it.
Yeah, before you blow dry, add a leave-in conditioner.
So could I wash my hair, condition, leave-in conditioner, then the next day I'm not washing, could I put a serum?
Yes, that's exactly what you would do.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right.
And then keep up on your trims. You should be getting your hair trimmed probably every 6 weeks. And by trim, you don't have to trim. I always joke and say this is a hairdresser's inch, but you don't have to trim an inch or even a half inch every 6 weeks. Yeah. Because if you're trying to grow your hair, you want to trim it probably every few months. But if you're taking really good care of it, you can do that. But if you're not taking great care of it, probably every 6 weeks. And that just gets rid of the dead ends that are dead, like fully dead.
Yeah. So I'm imagining when you say dead hair, because I used to get it when I wasn't trimming regularly, I would literally see my ends splitting.
Yep.
So that's what you're trying to avoid, is the hair shaft splitting. Yeah. Because then it could split all. Because I remember as a kid, I'd literally find the split end
and pull apart.
All the way apart. Ooh, this is cool. Then I started thinking, maybe that's not such a good idea. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
Right? That's kind of the concept. You don't want to leave those split ends. You want to get rid of them.
That's right. And no matter what you read or see on social media, there's no way to repair a split end.
Yes, that was a fallacy, right? People think, you put all of these different things in the hair and it's going to somehow magically, when I just explained it splits. I mean, how do you possibly put that back together?
There's a product called K18, and K18, I can't remember the exact name of their split end repair product, but it shows you that here, let's just pretend this is the split end, and then you put the K18 on it and it actually holds it together, but that's not permanent. And that's not just me saying that and being a hater towards K18.
Right.
K18 says it is not permanent.
Okay.
And speaking of K18, they have their bonding products are actually really good, but that can be a whole different discussion.
So you're not actually repairing it, it's just bonding it temporarily.
Okay. But you're never going to, and so I know there's some people who are like, but I could do it temporarily every day if I use K18. Okay, no, that's not a good plan ever, because it's just going to be like a never-ending cycle. Yeah, and just cut it off. What are you holding on to it for?
Yeah. No,
it's probably really ugly. It's probably feels really bad, and you can see through it. You know.
Yeah.
And if you're someone who's trying to grow your hair, it's never going to gain length.
Right.
If you just have these like frizzly, frazzly ends that are just, you know.
I actually recommend to my brides, if they're trying to grow their hair out, super important to get those regular trims to avoid those split ends from even happening. Okay.
And then the last thing I would say would be probably something people don't think of is keeping your hair out of like really strong wind. I don't know if you remember, there was a commercial, I don't know, 10 more than that years ago, and it was a guy driving a convertible, and he was wearing a tie. And I don't remember what the commercial was for. Maybe it was for convertibles. Anyways, his tie was like flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
And by the time he got to his destination, the end of his tie was like frayed
out.
Okay, that's literally what it does to your hair. What wind does to your hair. So if you're, you know, if you're live somewhere that has a lot of really gusty winds and stuff, put your hair underneath a hood or like put it in a ponytail or tuck it in your shirt or something. Just don't let it like go nuts. Yeah.
If you have a convertible or...
Oh yeah, if you have a convertible, absolutely. Like cover that hair.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking skiers.
Totally.
Right? If you're skiing, you want to protect your hair because it's going to totally get...
100%.
It's going to dry up.
That's a great point.
Right.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think I got that. I think I got it all.
All right. So our next question. So if someone has dry, damaged hair, what are the 1 to 2 absolute things they can implement right now?
Oh gosh. Well, like from the list I just gave you, I would say the 2 things that are going to make the biggest difference. For the most amount of people, not including the hair flapping in the wind, is probably leave-in conditioner and deep conditioning masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. If you have some specific products you can recommend, or what to look for ingredients-wise and stuff like that in the hair mask.
Yeah, in the hair. So a hair mask is, I guess what I can say about a hair mask would be you want a hair mask that's moisturizing specific. Like you don't go to Olaplex. Sorry, Olaplex. And I only say that because Olaplex is very protein rich, and it's made for extremely damaged by like chemicals hair. Okay. So like not as many people really qualify for using Olaplex as they think. They think, oh, my hair is a little bit dry, I need Olaplex.
So you're talking people who've over-processed their hair, they color their hair all the time, or someone who maybe perms their hair, like lots of chemical treatments. That's when you want to go more Olaplex.
Exactly. So there's protein and there's moisture. Protein is going to make your hair stronger, harder, right? So like literally stronger, which does not make it feel softer. And it does not add any moisture. In fact, if you're using too much protein, your hair is going to feel brittle. Like it could actually even break from using too much protein. So if you can find like Joico's K-Pack Reconstructor has a really nice combination of protein and moisture. My Damage Control Deep Conditioning Mask has a ton of moisture and some protein. That would be a perfect one for this scenario where it's more about dryness and trying to capture the moisture.
Got it.
Yeah, there's a lot of way too much protein going on right now, which is why people are like, my hair is falling out, my hair is breaking off.
Okay, so just to recap, if you have dry, damaged hair, not necessarily over-processed, you want...
damaged from weather, from life, not from bleach.
Okay, then you want to go with a mask that's more moisture-rich as opposed to protein-rich.
Correct.
Okay. Wow, I didn't realize that.
Okay.
But you said so someone like me, where it's winter, it's a little bit drier and colder, I'm in and out of heat and cold, I do color my hair. So something like what you have, the combination of moisture and protein is perfect.
Yes, and the reason it's perfect for you is because your hair is not breaking off because of over-processing. You are just feeling a little dry.
Got it.
That's it.
All right.
And that is perfect for a moisture-rich mask.
Perfect. Wow. So so good. Okay.
And if you don't have, if you just want to try something at home, because we're all about experiments, right? So if you want to do like a DIY mask at home, a really good one would be.
This is for anybody.
This is for anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll break it up into two categories. Someone who would have really fine, maybe thin hair that it gets weighed down very easily, I would recommend using 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, either avocado or mayonnaise. So 1 egg and either avocado or mayonnaise. And avocado would be like as much avocado as you would need. You could do half an avocado to like cover your hair. If you have long hair, use the whole avocado.
Okay.
Mix it all together. Make it like as pasty as you can. It's okay if it's a little bit chunky, but like a chunk will fall off and you won't get the benefit. Put it on wet hair. So wash your hair. Make sure it's clean. Don't condition it unless you have to because you can't get through it. Avocado, an egg, or mayo and egg. And just use it like it's a conditioner. Put it up, leave it on for about 30 minutes, and wash it out. Don't rinse it out. This is not a conditioner. Wash it out. Okay.
Shampoo,
you don't want to leave any food products in your hair. It won't smell good. It won't. It might it won't feel good. Not for that hair type that I was just talking about. For someone who has thicker, coarser hair, use the avocado and the mayo plus an egg.
Use both.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 1 part per each.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then, just like probably the whole avocado. I don't know. If you use too much, whatever. Use your avocados that are like brown, that are like on the turn. They're like not going to poison you if you eat them, but they don't taste
really
good.
Edible.
Yeah, exactly.
I have plenty of those.
Right? And they go so fast.
Yeah.
So mix that all up, put it in. Again, same exact thing as the other hair type. After you wash, blah, blah, blah.
I just want to say something real quick. If you ever try any of our DIY, because we're gonna give you guys a lot of DIYs, please send us your response or let us know if it worked for you or if you got the benefit or maybe it didn't work out the way you expected.
Or if it was complete fail, we want to know too.
We want to know.
I use this recipe for my hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it is okay to use. It's not going to hurt you unless you're like allergic. If you're allergic to any of those things, obviously don't put them in your hair.
Yeah, and if I know that I'll usually buy the big bags of avocado because they're already ripe and so they're trying to get rid of it. That'd be perfect. That'd be a perfect thing to use in the hair. So I haven't actually tried it, so I'm gonna try it too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then come back and report. Okay, so we have one more question. We're in the winter months right now. So during rainy, cold season, people usually complain about frizz in their hair.
Yeah.
What can they do to help with the frizz?
Okay, so frizz is going to be something that you're going to deal with. If you have frizzy hair, you're going to have frizzy hair. You probably hate the rainy season because as soon as you're done like smoothing it out, it gets rainy, the water changes the shape of your hair, it breaks the hydrogen bonds of your hair and it makes it frizzy again. Super annoying. So if you condition well and you do all the things that we just talked about and you're still having frizz, be open-minded to talking to your stylist about getting a Brazilian blowout or like a keratin treatment like adjacent to Brazilian blowout. I personally love a Brazilian blowout.
Wait. Hold on. I thought Brazilian blowouts were just for people with curly hair.
No. Brazilian blowouts are for people with frizzy hair.
Okay. You just glambushed me.
Glambush! Yes. Okay, so Brazilian blowout is a chemical. If you don't know what Brazilian blowout is or a keratin treatment, it is a chemical smoothing treatment. Yes, it does have the ability in a lot of cases, not all, to relax curl. And by relax, don't get that mixed up with a relaxer. But like if your curl is like this, you're after Brazilian blowout, it could be more like a big wave. And that's if you let it air dry. But what it's function in life is. The reason Brazilian blowout was born was to eliminate all the frizz. And it's a very beautiful chemical service that is not damaging. And it actually just coats the top layer of your hair, and it's sealed. The way the process is done, it's sealed onto the cuticle layer of your hair, the layer that you can see. And it fills in all the little holes, and then it just lays down, and it's just like so silky and shiny, and it lasts about 3 months.
Okay, so now I just realized when you watch those commercials for shampoo, and they said, oh, it makes your hair look like this, and it's like shiny and smooth.
Oh yeah.
What are the chances they got a Brazilian blowout for that commercial?
There's probably a larger chance that they used a before and after model that are two different people.
Oh gosh, okay, so there's that too.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just thinking because I can't imagine a shampoo giving you that slick,
not possible,
smooth, no frizz.
No, shampoo doesn't do that. Conditioner doesn't do that.
Right.
Even a styling product doesn't do what a Brazilian blowout does.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's very temporary. I mean, it's really frizz reducing products help until the hair gets wet again. And wet can mean soaked, or wet can mean there's a little humidity in the air.
Got it.
Or a little drizzle or a mist.
So my clients that are getting married that have not a ton of frizz, but maybe they want that nice slick updo. A Brazilian blowout would be perfect for them before the wedding.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah, there are definitely cases where, depending on if, because the Brazilian blowout can, it doesn't always, and there's lots of ways to do it, and we don't have a lot of time to talk about all the ins and outs of Brazilian blowout, but whatever your questions are about Brazilian blowout, let us know, and I'm so happy to talk about them and answer any questions about it. Some people feel like it can be like your hair can get a little flat. But it's you can still curl your hair. It still holds the curl. There's no downtime like with some other keratin treatments. Like you can't wash your hair for a week or whatever, or put it in a ponytail. That's none of that with Brazilian blowout.
I think it would be fun if you're following us on Instagram. Is I think Velia should do a before Brazilian blowout. And then after, because believe it or not, she has curly hair.
Right? For sure.
So then you could show people.
Yeah, I'm about a month or something, 6 weeks into my Brazilian blowout. And this is my hair air dried, and it's not frizzy at all. And normally it's
there's no curl.
There's a little bit of
a wave, but
that's it.
I mean, if you see her boys, they have like tons of curls.
Right.
Yep. So I think that'd be fun. We should do that.
Yeah.
Put that on our Instagram.
We'll do it.
All right. Okay, cool. So if you guys have any more questions about Brazilian blowout, please let us know. Next on our agenda, we have a question from one of our listeners.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So this question is from Jenny from San Jose, and her question is, what is it about silk or satin pillows or silk bonnets? Like, what is the whole point of that?
Yeah, what's the deal?
What's the deal? And I've seen this trend. Even my daughter, my teenage daughter, she goes to bed with a silk bonnet now. So I don't know why. Can you explain?
Yeah. Okay.
The benefit?
Okay. So the silk or satin bonnets, they hold in moisture.
Okay.
They protect your hair from friction while you're sleeping, which is like actually why a lot of split ends happen is while we're sleeping. Because if you think about like the cuticle layer of your hair, it's like shingles that go down, okay? And when you're sleeping and you're like moving around, like you're causing friction on the hair, and you're actually causing the cuticle layer to lift. And you wake up sometimes and your hair is tangled because when the cuticle layer lifts and you're like moving up and down on it, it kind of velcros to the other hair.
Wow.
So yes, it reduces split ends. Because if you have any split ends, it's going to Velcro even harder, like in using that analogy. So
it'll intertwine more.
Exactly. It reduces split ends, especially if you have curly hair. And a lot of times we see it with people who have curly hair especially.
Yeah.
Yes. Curly hair, and it's not just for curly hair, it's for literally everyone. You can use it. I can't use the bonnet because I have a obnoxiously sensitive scalp, so I can't even like sleep with like a bonnet.
Okay.
But I have a satin pillowcase.
Okay.
And some people don't like the satin pillowcases because they I know for me sometimes I feel like I'm on a slip and slide.
Yeah.
Because it's very effective. Yeah. But you know that if it's like a slip and slide, like it's not causing any friction.
Oh,
so it holds in moisture and it protects your hair basically in a nutshell.
Good to know.
So yeah, they're great. They are great.
Okay.
And I can actually link a couple from like Amazon that I would recommend. I've given as gifts and people like them and everything.
I might have to try a on it and tell my daughter.
Yeah, just steal hers.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Velia, so much for answering all our questions today.
Yeah.
And thank you all for joining us again and hanging out with us. If you found value in our topic today or have any questions, please reach out to us on Instagram. But until then, please share and subscribe. I'm Monina.
And I'm Velia.
Until next time,
keep experimenting with your beauty routine.